So we're continuing with task 3C part 1. This is the second tutorial. In the last tutorial we found a list of all campervans that had had upgraded equipment in the last 4 years. That's the opposite of what we want to achieve. So what we're going to now look at is how we can use that data to find all the currently owned campervans that are not in this list. Okay, so we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 and so on. We're not going to want 6, 5 and 17 in that list. To do that, we're going to create a query using a wizard, and we're going to use what's called an unmatched query wizard, which I'll talk you through as we go along. So here's our query wizard, and we're going to use find unmatched query wizard because it's going to find things that don't match this. Now the table that I want to have the results from is going to be the campervan table. I want to list the campervans. So I'm going to select campervan and then next. Then I need to look at, well, what do we want to compare it against? So we're going to compare it against that upgraded in the last 4 years, and so we want to show anything that's not in that list. The fields that we have in common are the campervan ID. So I select that that's what's going to match them. But now I've got to decide which fields are actually going to go on here. I need the campervan ID. I'm going to need its registration. I probably don't need its purchase date, but I will need, let's have a look, the disposal date, because we're going to need to put a criteria on that. Okay, so that will give us the basic information we need, and then we can use that to do a query. So I'm going to click on next, and it's going to say what name do I want to save my query as. So I'm going to call this campervan not upgraded for 4 years. And here we go. Remember 5 and 6 we didn't want to see in here, and 17 we didn't want to see in here. So this has now shown us all the campervans that haven't been upgraded in the last 4 years. Now that's not all that we want to do with this. So if we just go home and go to design, what we want to see is we only want to see the current campervans. So we need to put a criteria in here that will say, well, if this is blank, in other words disposal date is blank, that's what we want to see. So I'm going to go here, and in disposal date I'm going to put is null. Now you'll notice while I'm doing this that we've also got the campervan ID upgraded last 4 years here, and that's also set to null because that's saying, well look, if it existed in this other list then don't show it. So look, now we've got all the campervans that weren't upgraded in the last 4 years.